Hi guys, it's Erin Hicks with Totally Rad Nails. I'm an independent consultant with Jamberry Nails. Today I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick little tutorial on how to fix the problem of lifting tips. Now, lifting at the tips is when our jams begin to lift, before the 2-week period. Most likely the cause could be either one, you're not prepping your nail correctly, that meaning you've got oils, or you either didn't push back the cuticle, or you didn't use alcohol or acetone or some kind of method to really get the oils and clean your nails off. Or the other reason this could be happening is that the jam is just hitting at the tip, or maybe even over the tip, and so when you're scratching at things or using your nails as tools, it's going to catch it. The slightest amount of nail wrap showing over the tip will cause it to lift and catch. So we're going to go ahead and talk about how to get rid of that. First step, obviously, is nail prep, nail prep, nail prep. My nails, I've already pushed back the cuticles. I've washed them good. I've put a protective coating of the Jamberry base coat. Love that. Next, you're going to heat up your jam. I'm going to go ahead and turn my heater on. Hopefully it's hot. I've had it off. I'm in Arizona where it's supposed to be 115 today. So I don't like to leave this thing running. So it's on. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my tip. If you notice, my jam has little slits in it. I have what's called dome-shaped nails. I have another tutorial if you are like me, unfortunately, and you've got those super rounded dome-shaped nails. Alright, so I've heated up my jam. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay it onto my nail as close to the cuticle as I want to get. Alright, now that I have it just slightly laid on there, when I press it down, I want to make sure that I'm pressing from the cuticle to the tip and then side to side. Alright, so I got it good on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my Jamberry Gold cuticle pusher, and I'm just going to give it a good sealing all along the edges. And then kind of use my thumb to kind of go over the tip and make sure I'm not going to have any wrinkles there. Alright, my next step is I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and I'm going to trim. Now, I'm right-handed, so doing it on my left hand is kind of a pain. What I do is I flip it over. I don't know why this works, but if you've ever had trouble cutting, if you flip the scissors over, it seems to help a little bit. Or you can be lazy and use your nail trimmers. I wouldn't say that's lazy, it's just probably another way. Okay, so I'll get rid of my little scraps there. Okay, so now to kind of prevent catching at the corners, one little thing I like to do is I like to just lift it a little bit and use my scissors, and I'm just going to kind of cut it so it rounds the corner a little bit, and I'm going to do this just below the nail tip line. Just barely below the tip. That way I don't have those crazy corners that will catch on things. Hopefully I'm in the shot there, but I'm just going to give a little trim right there. And I'm going to do the other side here. If you need to lift it up, you can, just a tiny bit. If you've got those cool like cuticle clippers, those really work good for this too. Okay, so it's not totally flush with my tip of my nail, but it's still a little bit warm, so I'm going to give that a moment to cool off. I'm going to go over to this nail. I've done the same step up to here. My next step is I'm going to go ahead and file off the excess. Now doing this, I want to make sure that I am always, always, always filing straight down at a 90-degree angle to get that excess step off here. I got to turn it so I can see it. Okay, so it looks like I got most of it off, filing straight down. Okay, my next step is I want to make sure I have a really good seal with my jam on here. When you heat up your Jamberry, what it's doing is it's making the adhesive kind of gooey, and then it's more pliable and you can use it to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take a plastic bag, and I'm going to wrap my nail in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it down, especially over the tip there. And I'm just going to heat it up for a few seconds. I'm going to let my heater heat up a little bit. I don't want it running in this 115-degree weather. Okay, again, just kind of peeling it down. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure I get a really good seal over the tip and right there. Okay, now this is probably the most essential key. I'm going to go ahead and go over to this nail because I've already done this with this nail. I'm going to go ahead and I bought what's called a glass nail file. This is a lower grit nail file, so it's a little bit more gentle. And instead of going 90 degrees now, what I want to do is I'm going to go at a slight angle and file this way. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of filing more the nail wrap than the nail itself. Go there. And what this does is it makes sure that none of the nail wrap would be hanging over the tip of the nail. In fact, I have a cool little picture. That's what was blowing and making noise. Your goal is to have just a tiny amount of nail showing all around the tip of the nail. And what this does, and I'm talking it is tiny, 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 is if you're using your nail to scratch or anything, there's no nail wrap hanging over that edge that'll catch. And a good way to make sure this kind of happens is if you look at your nail from this angle, you won't see any of the nail wrap kind of peeking over the edge. All right, you can finish it off with a buffer and just kind of hit the nails just to kind of give it that nice rounded, soft, smooth edge. All right, and that's what you do. And just go ahead and go back and do that with your other nails. And voila! Your nails hopefully won't be pulling up at the tip. If you have any questions, you can always go ahead and send me an email at erin@totallyradnails.com or hit me up on Facebook. I'd love to hear anything you guys have to say about this little trick. Thanks for watching.